Hello, Jennifer here. Have you heard the term euphoric recall? I'm asking you that because it was a discussion we had in our Good Life Game Plan group this week. And the reason we had that discussion is because one of the first things I ask our group members to do when they start the program with me is to write a letter to themselves. And there's a lot of reasons why I ask them to write that letter to themselves. And I wasn't quite sure if I'd nailed one of the reasons for them. And I remembered that I'd read about it somewhere in a book. So I went scouring through my books and I found it in a book called, this book actually, called The Kindness Method by Shiru Azadi. And my sister, I'm going to give a shout out to my sister Karen, who lent that book to me a number of years ago. And Karen, I've still got your book. I know it's your book, I'll send it back to you. And I'm reading in there, and this book is called The Kindness Method, and it's about helping a technique to change habits using kindness rather than, self-judgment and self-blame. And I talk about that a lot in my book as well. I'm just giving a plug for my book, Beyond Possible. We also talk about, definitely wanting to use kindness to help you change habits that you want to change in your life. Not habits that anyone else thinks you should change, but the habits you want to change because there's some reason why you want it. And the letter, back to the letter. So I went looking for what's this term and how can I describe this to our participants to help motivate them to write their letter and also be very open and honest with what they put in their letter. And the term is euphoric recall. And basically euphoric recall means that human behavior to look at things through rose-colored glasses. So just to explain that a little bit more, imagine there's something that you do, sometimes you might hit rock bottom with something and you go, that's it, I'm not doing that anymore. It makes me feel bad, or it's bad for me, or it gives me a result in my life, and I'm stopping doing it. It could be around types of food that you eat, or alcohol, or drugs, or relationship behaviors, or shopping addiction, or social media addiction, or whatever it is that you have this addictive habit, and you say to yourself, I'm going to stop doing this because I don't like what it brings to my life. And so when you're in that mode, or what we call that sort of rock bottom mode, you can make a plan and you can be quite strong to stop doing it. But as time goes by, you start to forget about the negative things that it brings to your life, and you only focus on the positive things that you think it brings to your life. So you might go, wait a minute, if I'm living my good life and I'm being kind to myself, why would I stop myself from, eating that beautiful, sweet chocolates or whatever it is that I want to eat? And why wouldn't I, eat that whole block of chocolate and that 3 bottles of wine tonight? Because it makes me feel good right now. And then after you've done it, when you've had that moment of desire and you let that happen, and then you get back to that rock bottom point saying, I did it to myself again. And you start, talking negatively to yourself about what a bad person you are and how you just haven't got it to do it. But in reality, you've experienced this euphoric recall, which is natural human behavior, to only, think about the positive things of that habit that you developed in your life. And you developed that habit in your life because it served you at some point, but you mightn't want that habit anymore because it doesn't serve you now. And so the reason we get people to write a letter to themselves is that if you can refer back to your letter, it's there reminding you of all the reasons why that habit isn't so good for you. And it's your reasons. It's no one else's reasons. It's your reasons. And it helps you when you have those compulsive moments to do that thing, to go, I'm just going to have a quick look at my letter. There's going to be these consequences from doing this thing. And that can give you the strength to stay on the plan that you made for yourself. Just wanted to share that with you. If you want to write a letter for yourself, please do. It's a great idea when you decide that you want to change a habit because you feel that it's not creating the life that you want for yourself, write it down. Like, write the reasons down that you want to change it, and tell yourself, you know, this is what I want in my life and this is what I don't want. And, you know, it's more about focusing on moving towards the things you do want, but definitely reminding, you know, you might need to remind yourself sometimes why you're not going to do something, because it doesn't take you to where you do want. Hope that's useful to you. Check it out, Euphoric Recall. Have a go at writing yourself a letter. All right, be good to you. Bye-bye.